morning. This morning we have Galen University's scholarship signing ceremonies. It's being held here on our main campus in the Central Farm, Cayo District. So it's a pleasure to have you here with us this morning. I want to acknowledge the presence of our Provost, Dr. Eve Aird, our Deans of Faculty, Dean Sherry Gibbs and Dr. Sylvia Cattouse, member of our Board of Directors, Mr. Tom Moran, our Quality Assurance Director, Dr. Eileen Harrison, our Director of Student Affairs, Ms. Sylvia Batty, other members of our faculty and administration and staff. So welcome. Our special invited guests who are here this morning with us, or scholarship recipients and their parents. We're being streamed live, so I want to welcome all who are watching us live on Facebook. And we're on Galen's Facebook page, but also being rebroadcasted on Love's Facebook page. So welcome. It is a pleasure to be here with you this morning. I cannot forget to acknowledge our coach, Coach Tar, who's standing off on the flanks. Coach is not one who sits very often. If you know him, you know he's very busy. I am Diana Gomez Perifit, and I'm the Director of Marketing, Admissions, and PR, and it's an absolute pleasure to be here with you this morning. So we want to get our ceremonies started this morning, and I'd like to invite our Provost, Dr. Eve Aird, to give the Provost's remarks. Dr. Aird?
Everybody, one of the benefits or privileges of being almost the oldest person in the room and the oldest, well, not exactly the oldest member of faculty and staff, because there was a gap, an 8-year gap, almost an 8-year gap between that interrupted my service here at Galen. I came to Galen in 2003. I was the first Belizean faculty member who worked here and who was employed. My first class in this very same room had about 3 students. I can't visualize where the 3 students each sat and who they were. I still have that fixed in my memory. I'm really, really pleased to see how Galen has grown over the past 20 years. Well, almost 20 years. This year, actually, we do a 1-year countdown to our 20th anniversary. One of the privileges, though, of having served at Galen since 2003, and even when I left Galen in 2008 to go over to Sacred Heart College, where I was president until 2014, November 30th, I returned to Galen on the 1st of December. I remained in fairly close contact with employees at Galen, including some of the leadership team. The privilege is to know what the history behind how Galen serves its students. We say we are a student-centered institution, and we truly mean that. We will find ways to serve each student individually, whether it is in the classroom, if you have some issues with material that is being taught, whether it is in your lives, your personal lives, but you might have issues that impact how your ability to succeed at Galen, because there are things going on behind you. Like, for example, when we were in the heart of the pandemic, in those dark days when people were losing their jobs and students were afraid that they weren't going to be able to meet their tuition and continue school, we found ways to serve students, to work with students so that they never had to pause their education. And I use that word, pause their education, because the chairman of the board of directors said, Provost, and he's Mr. Kostas Karanikis, he lives in Cyprus, he said, Provost, the pandemic may have paused life for us as we know it, but it will not pause our students' education. We will work with them. And so we have this wonderful student financial program that is a part of our student services program. And I want to take this today to not only acknowledge Mr. Kostas Karanikis, who is the chairman of the board of directors, but also to acknowledge Mr. Tom Moran, who is sitting next to Dr. Sylvia Cattouz. Mr. Moran worked at Galen between 2003 and 2008 with me. I cannot specifically remember the year when he came on board, but he designed the student, we didn't call it a student financial services program at the time, but that is what it was. He designed a program that allowed students to come to Galen, to access Galen. Our tuition might be a little bit higher than other institutions in Belize, but that's because we are better. We are better, we offer a better product, a better, our academic programs, our student services are better. And Mr. Moran was instrumental in designing what we now have and what we're about to do here in awarding scholarships to students this year. So could we give him a round of applause, please? Thank you. The scholarships that we're about to award today, and there are a variety of scholarships, are awarded on merit. You might have financial need. Some students may have financial need. Some students may have, they might be outstanding students in other ways. But all of you, regardless of the kind of, regardless of the kind of scholarship you get here today, you are all equally valuable to us. We see value in you. We see you as being the builders of Belize. And I think that this is an extremely timely moment for us to be doing this. We go out of our way. We want students, yes, but we're going to help you. We regret that we cannot award more scholarships because our scholarship program is not funded from the government of Belize. It's not funded from donors. It comes directly out of Galen's pockets. So and what we are awarding today, I think, must be in around perhaps $200,000 for this semester. I don't have the final figures yet. While that figure, that dollar value, is important to us, this is an investment that Galen is making in Belize's development. And I want you all to remember that. I want you to remember that a part of your program will require you to be ambassadors to Galen, for Galen. Whether you are ambassadors working with the marketing team, where Mrs. Perifit and Ashley and Gabriela may ask you to, for example, go to the Expo on Saturday and talk about Galen and what it means for you. For some students, we may ask them to do a video recording, just talking about Galen and what it has done for you. During the pandemic, for 2 years, almost 3 years actually, during the pandemic, our students were not able to answer phones at the front desk, but they continued to serve Galen, whether they did tutoring online with each other. In some instances, students actually worked with primary schools and high schools, tutoring students at that level online. Some students did videos talking about keeping fit and healthy while they were in lockdown. And they did healthy recipes, they showed how to do exercises and so on. I think some of Coach Tar's athletes did that as well. It's not that we want you to work, it's just that you give back. This is the Belize that we are living in. The Belize that we are living in requires us to care about each other and to volunteer and to show that we care. We don't do it, we don't count the cost of our service. We want to produce servant leaders, and that is what we see. We see that potential in you. And so there are two things that I'm asking of you today. One, do the very best, your very best to succeed at Galen University. Where you have problems, reach out to your peer mentors. If you don't have a peer mentor and you think that you need a peer mentor, somebody that you can talk to and say, well, this is a little bit of a problem I have. If you feel that you're going to need a peer mentor, talk to Sylvia Batty right here. Ms. Batty is our Director of Student Affairs, and we have peer mentors who will work with you to succeed. We have an excellent counseling program and a highly trained clinical counselor who will work with you. Talk to your academic advisors. Talk to them and say, I'm having problems with this issue and so on. And if you're not getting help with your academic advisors, talk to your deans. But don't be afraid. We're making this investment. You are investing in your future. Because the time that you take to come to Galen, whether it's at night, on the weekends, or you're coming here full time on campus, you're giving 2 or 3 years of your life to your future development. And so you need to do the very best that you can. And of course, be good ambassadors for Galen. Everywhere you go, people will recognize you as being a Galen student. And I'll tell you, there are so many agencies in Belize, people from Central Bank, people from the Ministry of Economic Development, people from the Ministry of National Security, people from the Ministry of Lands, international agencies like UNDP, the US Embassy. They come to us and say, we need an employee for X, Y, and Z. Do you have anybody that would fit this bill? The US Embassy, I've received no less than about 4 or 5 calls from them asking me if I am sure that I cannot provide them with interns, because they want people to intern with them. And the interns, in the years past, the interns that they have are fully employed by the US Embassy. So you're doing a good thing here, and we are doing a good thing. And nothing should stop this good thing that is being done. We are developing Belize, and you are important players in that process. You are the future of Belize. And so let us know how we could serve you better. Participate in student life. Even if you're an online scholar, we have proven how good we are at creating and maintaining a virtual university and a virtual university student life over the past 2 years. And we will continue to do that. Participate. Build this, help us to build this university. If we're not doing something in student life that you think we ought to be doing, tell Ms. Batty, tell your student, your peer mentor, tell your SGA. So thank you very much. I'm proud of you. And I look forward to starting your diplomas in a couple years.
Thank you, Dr. Aird, for reminding all of us of why we are the premier institution for higher education in the country, how we cater to excellence in every way, from ensuring that our university is accessible to the student-centeredness that we do provide each and every day for you. So welcome again to Galen University. I now call on Ms. Sylvia Batty, the Director of Student Affairs, to give her remarks. Ms. Batty.
Thank you, Ms. Parafit. Before I move into my remarks, I would like to acknowledge the Student Government Association representative here from Galen University as well. SJA, welcome. Thank you for being with us here today. And to everyone else in the room and all the faces, hi, good morning. It's really great to see you. I know we've been communicating over email a little bit, but it's great to be here and be in person and seeing you all today. I am incredibly honored to be among you here today, among the future of Belize. We welcome you first to this ceremony, but also to the new academic year at Galen University. I don't intend to make this lengthy because I know we all have different time commitments, and so we'll acknowledge that. But firstly, I would like to appreciate your presence with us here today, even yours, at the scholarship signing ceremony. And I would like to congratulate the recipients of these scholarships for this academic year. It is an amazing emotion to see young persons here today getting an opportunity to pursue their education. The Model Galen student has an entrepreneurial spirit. They are innovative. They look around Belize and find ways to give back to their society. They are socially and environmentally responsible. And that is because the Galen brand of education creates lifelong learners who recognize that they have received foundational tools to approach life with curiosity and with non-judgment. Galen is an adaptable university. We look around our society just about every single day and think, how can we improve our education to reflect the needs of societies and to make sure that what we are delivering to students is relevant? With this approach, we mold students who are linguistically and technologically articulate. Our students innovate Belize and they innovate the world. The Eagle Merit Scholarships and the Athletic Scholarships each highlight model students who have made a distinction either academically, professionally, in the athletic field or world, but also it highlights students who are active members in their society and who have made, by being here, you've made a promise of excellence, to always endeavor to pursue excellence. We recognize that there are a myriad of life challenges that would deter students from achieving their education. And at Galen, we are student-centered, and our commitment is to you all, the students. Therefore, we are proud to impact each and every scholar here today, and we see the potential of your future impact for the development of Belize. As Director of Student Affairs, I am absolutely excited. I know I've said it once, but I'm absolutely excited to welcome each and every one of you here today to the Galen family. And thank you for bringing your family to have them meet our Galen family. In my short time here, I have been speaking to students, catching up, sort of learning each and every student. And I hear over and over again this talk of inspiration. Students say that seeing others who are just like them achieve things, that inspires them to think that they can do it as well. As a model Galen student, as an ambassador of our student service programs, you, our scholars, have each inspired me, and you have already inspired the entire scholarship committee. That is why you were selected, because your answers to your questions, your essays that you provided, the letters of recommendation that were provided on your behalf, they served as an inspiration. And as you step into these roles of our student ambassadors, I want you to know that you are already an inspiration to each and every Eagle within our Galen family. This is a mantle that you carry with you, but we're here to help with that. We're here to help with your education, with your life on campus, with your time here at Galen professionally, academically, and non-academically. And we look forward to molding each and every one of you into the responsible citizens that will continue developing Belize. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ms. Sylvia Batty, Director of Student Affairs. I want to, again, reiterate what Ms. Batty said, that you are now members of our Eagle family, and that includes your family. So you're here to celebrate your sons and daughters, yourselves maybe, but you are now part of what we call the Eagle family. So when we talk about Eagle family, it's not just you who's coming here, your parents. So know you're always welcome, and we do look forward, as Sylvia said, to engaging each and every one of you. Thank you for that very, I found it very inspirational, Sylvia, and I am not a recipient here today, but that was quite lovely. So students, we look forward to engaging you. As Dr. Aird had said, and Sylvia said, we do market our institution. We will call on you to be part of that, to help us to represent what a true Eagle is. So welcome again. All right, I now call on Coach Bernie Tarr to give his remarks. Coach Tarr.
Good morning. I'll be extremely brief because I know we're very excited to sign on the dotted line. But just to reiterate what Dr. Aird said and Sylvia about giving back, one of our alumni, Gerald Velasquez, right now is in Mexico City with one of our current students and athletes, Kerwin Palacio, as they're filming a TV commercial by the NBA. And Gerald called me like 2 weeks ago and said, Coach, what do you think about this idea? And to me, that's just giving back. Exactly what Dr. Aird said, giving back. You're all special people. This is a special place, just like Dr. Aird said. And in 4 years, when Dr. Aird signs your diploma, all right, you'll be moving on to that next journey. And when you get that bachelor's degree, so many more doors can open. As I was talking to Jarrell, he's in Mexico City, and in like 3 months, he's going to be in London doing another commercial. Many doors have opened. So enjoy the journey, and that's about it.
Thank you, Coach Tar. And Coach might be brief this morning, but if you're an athlete and you're around campus, I'm sure you'll be able to engage him much more. And the athletes, I don't think there's ever such a thing as Coach being brief. When he's dealing with our athletes, he's like a father figure to each and every one of you. Coach, thank you for all that you do. Yes, so this brings us to the signing of contracts portion of our ceremonies, which is really why you're all here this morning. So I'd like to invite Miss Batty, and I would be like our provost to come up to our signing table so that I'll call or you can come up. Yeah, I'll call our recipients one by one. They'll come, they'll sign, then they'll receive a certificate. And we'll take pictures with them signing. Dr. Aird, oh yes, Dr. Aird, you need your chair? Yes. Mm-hmm. Okay, so while we ready ourselves for the signing, I just want to call the names of the first few people so you know what order you're coming in. It will be Brandon Flowers, followed by Devin Moody. Don't come yet, we're not quite. Followed by, no. We leave the athletes for last. Sorry, my bad. Okay, you ready?
Sí.
He's also going to make sure that you do well in life generally and in academics. I think you have a big foot, and you use that foot plenty when you're slipping down, when you're sliding back. You don't do well academically, you don't get to play. And that's what it's all about. And I will tell you, one of the reasons why we are number one is because we have people like Coach and your faculty and staff here. Right now, we are leading the way in AtLib in ensuring that we take college sports or college athletics, the AtLib tournaments and so on. We're taking it to the next level. And you can't play, that's where we're moving, you can't play if you're not doing well academically. And we are making sure that there is integrity in AtLib sports, because sometimes other institutions might not be doing that. We do it at Galen. I just wanted to share that with you.
Okay, hello? Okay, thank you, Dr. Aird. So, okay, I'd like to start calling our recipients now. We'll start with Ms. Janine Sosa. Janine. Once- yeah. Congratulations, Janine Sosa. Our next recipient is Keisha Sutherland. These recipients are all Eagle Merit awardees. Congrats, Ms. Keisha Sutherland. Next up, we have Lester Patson. Lester. Congratulations, Lester Patson. Next up is Lisette Hernandez. Congratulations, Lisette Hernandez. Next up is Miss Melanie Tillett. Congrats, Miss Melanie Tillett. Next is Siobhan De La Rosa. Congratulations, Siobhan De La Rosa. Next up is Miss Tori Tate. Congratulations, Miss Tori Tate. Next is Miss Tyra Tucker. Congratulations again, Miss Tyra Tucker. Miss Zoe Herrera is next. Congratulations, Ms. Zoe Herrera. Next, we'd like to call on Mr. Rowan Carrias. Rowan receives an Eagle Ambassador Award. instrumental that you're hearing is our Galen anthem, a song that was written and dedicated to us by Sir Colville Young, former Governor General of Belize. So it is actually quite lovely. Congratulations, Rowan Carreras. Next up, we'd like to call Ms. Shawty Reyes. Ms. Shawty is our Coast Guard lady. Dr. Eardy wanted to say.
I really forgot to say this. I forgot to say this during my remarks, but Lieutenant Shawty Reyes is our first Coast Guard scholar. Lieutenant Shawty Reyes is our first Coast Guard scholar, and we anticipate giving more scholarships to members of the Coast Guard and other members of Belize's law enforcement bodies, such as the police, the police department, the BDF, immigration, and so on. Thank you.
Hello. Congratulations. Hello. Are we back? Yes. So congratulations again. Congratulations again, Miss Lieutenant Shawty Reyes. Lieutenant Shawty Reyes. Congratulations. Right, we now move into our athletic scholars and Coach Star's Eagles. So we'd like to start with Brandon Flowers. I'm always in awe at the height of our athletes.
I want to, while Brandon is signing, I want to say that we have two other members of the Coast Guard with us. And guess what's going to happen? La Ruta Maya. We're going win. We're going win. Shawty, can you paddle too? Shawty, could paddle too? Great. Male and female teams, we're going win. We're going large. Thank you.
Congratulations, Brandon Flowers. So we are the medal holder, place holder. We are first place going into the upcoming Ruta Maya. So with our strong team that we have already identified, look out the rest of the academic institutions. Warning, you've been warned. All right. Next we have Devin Moody. Devin. Congratulations, Devin. We'd like to now call Galen Pelayo. We have a total of 18 scholarship recipients joining us this morning. This is not the full amount of scholars. We do have, these are our new scholars for 2022. So we do have scholars who are already in the system and coming to Galen on their Eagle Award. Congratulations, Jalen. We'd like to now call Jay Bermudez. Jai Bermudez. Congratulations, Jai. Next up is Sheffan Hemmans. Sheffan? Our third Coast Guard. Congratulations, Sheffan Hemmans. Next up is Bria Clark. So our lady athlete in the house. So we've been well represented by our male athletes, but Bria represents for the female here this morning. Congratulations. Congratulations, Bria. Congratulations, Bria Clark. Next up is next up is Joel Montejo. Joel? Congratulations.
Just before I step off the stage, I wanted to make two comments. When I signed Bria's award, I was reminded of how much time coach invests in scouting out our athletes, our athletic scholars. And I only know this because of the amount of time that he rode to Belize City with me to go and meet with her, and how much he told me about her abilities and so on as we were going into Belize City. So I really want to thank Coach for taking the time to care so much. I also wanted to point out that while our athletes have done very well on the field, I want to make the point that a number of our athletes have, and our scholars have gone on to get scholarships from other international agencies like the Chevening body, the scholarships from both of the scholarship agencies for Taiwan, and we have quite a number of our scholars who have done well on the playing volleyball and basketball and so on, but also in the La Ruta Maya canoe race. I think, for example, of Jada Brown, who came out of playing in the international football games in Salvador, was it? Came back to Belize and sat for the first time in a canoe. The first time in a canoe, and then went all the way to Belize, right down, and they were just outstanding. And then, of course, she goes on to Campbellville University, and we had other scholars who have gone on to the university, other universities in the States to do master's degrees on athletic scholarships. This is what we can do for you. And so thank you for joining us, for trusting us, and with your future, because that's what you have done. I really want to thank you. This is a very humbling moment for us. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Aird. I was going to invite Dr. Aird to give last words, but she already did them. So thank you, Dr. Aird. And on behalf of Galen University, I say a huge, warm, eagle, harpy welcome to all of you who are here this morning. Again, we look forward to having you on our campus and having you get your education and making the most of what Galen brings to the table. So thank you all so much. And a huge thank you to our institution for ensuring that our university is accessible to all Belizeans. And so we pride ourselves in doing so. And I must say a thank you to the directors of Galen University for ensuring that you are here today, that we continue to serve our nation in the way we're expected to and in the way we believe we should. So thank you for being here this morning. This brings us to the end of our scholarship signing ceremony. We will invite you to stay around. We have a few media houses around, so please don't be shy if you're asked for an interview. We do want to take a group picture before you leave, but there's also snacks in the lobby area for you. So please do stay around and meet some of the Eagles who are here on campus. Thank you and have a good day.